on involuntary bliss. With such riddles and bitterness in his heart, Zarathustra crossed the sea. But when he was 4 days away from the blessed isles and from his friends, he had overcome all his pain. Triumphant, and with firm feet, he stood on his destiny again. And then Zarathustra spoke thus to his jubilant conscience. I am alone again, and I want to be so. Alone with the pure sky and open sea. Again it is afternoon around me. It was in the afternoon when I found my friends, too, for the first time. It was afternoon the second time, too, at the hour when all light grows quieter. For whatever of happiness is still on its way between heaven and earth, now seeks a shelter in a bright soul. It is from happiness that all light has grown quieter. O afternoon of my life, once my happiness too descended to the valley to seek shelter, and found those open, hospitable souls. O afternoon of my life, what have I not given up to have one single thing, this living plantation of my thoughts, and this morning light of my highest hope? Companions the Creator once sought, and children of his hope, and behold, it turned out that he could not find them unless he first created them himself. Thus I am in the middle of my work, going to my children and returning from them for his children's sake. Zarathustra must perfect himself. For from the depths one loves only one's child and work. And where there is great love of oneself, it is the sign of pregnancy. Thus I found it to be. My children are still verdant in their first spring, standing close together and shaken by the same winds. The trees of my garden and my best soil. And verily, where such trees stand together, there are blessed isles. But one day I want to dig them up and place each by itself, so that it may learn solitude and defiance and caution. Gnarled and bent with supple hardness, it shall then stand by the sea, a living lighthouse of invincible life. Where the storms plunge down into the sea and the mountain stretches out its trunk for water, there everyone shall once have his day and night watches for his testing and knowledge. He shall be known and tested, whether he is of my kind and kin, whether he is the master of a long will, taciturn even when he speaks, and yielding so that in giving he receives. So that he may one day become my companion, and a fellow creator and fellow celebrant of Zarathustra, one who writes my will on my tablets, to contribute to the greater perfection of all things, and for his sake and the sake of those like him, I must perfect myself. Therefore I now evade my happiness and offer myself to all unhappiness for my final testing and knowledge. And verily, it was time for me to leave, and the wanderer's shadow and the longest boredom and the stillest hour, they all urged me. It is high time. The wind blew through my keyhole and said, "Come." Cunningly, the door flew open to me and said, "Go." But I lay there chained to the love for my children. Desire set this snare for me, the desire for love, that I might become my children's prey and lose myself to them. Desire, this means to me I have lost myself. I have you, my children. In this experience, everything shall be security and nothing desire. But, brooding, the sun of my love lay on me. Zarathustra was cooking in his own juice. Then, shadows and doubts flew over me. I yearned for frost and winter. Oh, that frost and winter might make me crunch and crack again. I sighed. Then icy mists rose from me. My past burst its tombs. Many a pain that had been buried alive awoke, having merely slept, hidden in burial shrouds. Thus everything called out to me in signs, "It is time." But I did not hear, until at last my abyss stirred and my thought bit me. Alas, abysmal thought that is my thought, when shall I find the strength to hear you burrowing without trembling any more? My heart pounds to my very throat whenever I hear you burrowing. Even your silence wants to choke me, you who are so abysmally silent. As yet, I have never dared to summon you. It was enough that I carried you with me. As yet, I have not been strong enough for the final overbearing, prankish bearing of the lion. Your gravity was always terrible enough for me, but one day I shall yet find the strength and the lion's voice to summon you. And once I have overcome myself that far, I also want to overcome myself in what is still greater, and victory shall seal my perfection. Meanwhile, I still drift on uncertain seas. Smooth-tongued accident flatters me. Forward and backward I look, but still I see no end. As yet the hour of my final struggle has not yet come to me. Or is it coming just now? Verily, with treacherous beauty, sea and life look upon me. O afternoon of my life, O happiness before evening, O haven on the high seas, O peace in uncertainty, how I mistrust all of you. Verily, I am mistrustful of your treacherous beauty. I am like the lover who mistrusts the all too velvet smile, as he pushes his most beloved before him, tender even in his hardness, and jealous. Thus I push this blessed hour before me. Away with you, blessed hour. With you, bliss came to me against my will, willing to suffer my deepest pain. I stand here. You came at the wrong time. Away with you, blessed hour. Rather seek shelter there with my children. Hurry and bless them before the evening with my happiness. There even evening approaches now. The sun sinks. Gone, my happiness. Thus spoke Zarathustra, and he waited for his unhappiness the entire night, but he waited in vain. The night remained bright and still, and happiness itself came closer and closer to him. Toward morning, however, Zarathustra laughed in his heart and said mockingly, "Happiness runs after me. That is because I do not run after women, for happiness is a woman."